I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey guys, welcome back to Season 3, Episode 11, New Store, New Chapter of Very Cavallari. I am going to be your host, Ebone Chatman, and I have Amir Yassai. Oh, I don't know. Did we lose Amir? I think we might have lost Amir, but we have Jane Johnsen.
What's up, guys?
Yes, and then we have Adiamond Baker.
Yo.
Okay, good. I was like, did we lose you too? Oh no. Okay. So good. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna see what happened to Amir. But until then, you guys, we have such a great show. The show was so wonderful. We have Kristin opening her new show or new store in Chicago.
I'm here, baby. It's lit.
Yes, we have Brittany. She might be leaving. And then, of course, we have this magical engagement. But before we get into that, you guys, what did you guys think about this overall episode?
Well, I'll start.
It was insane. I can't believe he proposed.
Right?
I know that was
something's wrong with my feed. You guys, I literally cannot hear anything.
Amir, your technical difficulties are literally insane. Huh? Okay, cool. So,
Ebone, pick just tell us who specifically you want to answer a question, and I think that might help us.
Okay, so Adiamond, go ahead and tell us what your overall thoughts were.
Okay, so my overall thoughts were I had so much glee and I was so happy, and all I thought about you the whole time, Ebone, was that he finally got himself engaged to Scoot, which was like, I didn't think it was going to happen. You called it out. You made it, like, I feel like you manifested such a freaking great moment for Scoot. So I did not expect that. I loved it. And yeah, I thought it was a great episode.
Right? I know. I was like so excited. I was like, finally, this whole time we've been waiting. And now they can finally maybe post pictures on Instagram, since I'm sure they were waiting for this episode. Jane, what did you think about the episode?
I thought the episode, it was the finale that we needed with the engagement. We got a kind of a rounded out experience of the store did open in the West Loop. But my favorite scene of the episode was the Brittany and Kristen talk, because Kristen's advice was so good. Like, you need to realize what will make you whole. And I started kind of getting choked up, and I was like, wow, Kristen, like, it's obvious from her journey on Very Cavallari how much she's matured since the Laguna Beach and the Hills days, but just to like really see that come to fruition in this scene even was really great.
Yeah. Amir, did you have any...
okay?
Amir, did you have any thoughts on that?
A diamond's in the rough.
A diamond fell. I think that my favorite part is Jay's bracelet. So I'm so happy that Jay's, he's so the mastermind behind the business. So it's so nice to see him kind of contributing as far as having a product. So I was really excited about that.
You think Jay's the mastermind behind what business?
I do. Uncommon James. I think that his business acumen and his advice is the reason Kristen is where she is.
Interesting.
Are you guys gonna fight?
A diamond does not agree.
No, I love that.
Kristen looks,
Hey, I like agree, and I love that. And honestly, I didn't see that, so it's a perspective I didn't think was even possible, because he's been so in the background and so like about his career / trying to figure out his life without his career, that in the meantime, she's been fully engaged in social media and promoting what she loves best, which is fashion and jewelry. And like, I didn't even think that he had any say or anything. So I love that perspective. I really didn't realize it.
Yeah, I mean, even going off of that,
I think that like when it comes down to it, like, obviously, I don't think Jay walked up to Kristin one day and was like, hey, you know what? I think you got to get into the necklace thing, you know? Like, I don't think he came up with the idea or anything like that. But
No, he did.
They have showed like compilations here and there of how like Jay will step in at the perfect time, because Kristin is like so great at all of this and like running a team, but he'll step in at the perfect time to kind of like make a hard conversation or like let her know what needs to happen with certain business aspects that maybe she wasn't thinking of. So I do agree with you in that respect, Amir, that like any good duo, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Right. No,
they're
absolutely.
a power couple for sure. They're definitely a power couple.
Definitely. And Jane, what I meant was not that he kind of started the business. What I meant was like, I think he doesn't care as much about being liked. So he'll like step in and be like, you need to fire so-and-so or have that hard conversation. But Kristin likes to be liked. So that's kind of what I meant. Yeah.
Which is totally what I was just saying. So we agree as always.
Ebone, what's next, baby?
Love it. No, that's so true. I honestly was just going to say the same thing. So Jane, perfect explanation on that, because Jay definitely does step in and he gives a good balance. But I want to talk about like the Chicago store. I think that was like a really big deal for Kristin this episode. She talks about it. In fact, she got extremely emotional the entire time that she was doing the opening. I mean, even seeing the line that was like, people were waiting from 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was like, is this on Black Friday or what?
Right.
So
it was
crazy.
insane.
It was crazy that people that were there since like 1 or 2 a.m. It's like, she's more popular than Apple these days. Chicago.
Seriously, that's a really good insight.
I mean,
yeah, no, I couldn't agree. I think that's so funny because I can't imagine any brand that I would want to be waiting till waiting from 1 a.m. to like whatever time that store opened. Like, no, thank you.
Especially
it's
when
crazy.
you get it online.
Yeah, true. It's an online
and it was
store.
like a cold
so it's
day in Chicago too. It was cold.
They
This
all
had
wear
to have
jackets.
been.
I was like, where the fuck are they? Sorry, I keep cussing.
They're in the West Loop in Chicago. Very trendy, very cool. A lot of great restaurants there. It's by the Free People store. Super cute. And obviously we're here right now. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that we're at the Uncommon James West Loop store
during COVID.
I'm actually on the red carpet with them right now.
We are, and a diamond's on the red carpet.
You're like a throuple. It's a throuple.
We make out on the
very
throuple,
cute.
honey.
Love it.
Don't start any Twitter
wars
for
you.
Yes. Okay.
Kelly.
That was really hard to do.
You guys, and you know what's so funny? We haven't seen not one peep from Kelly. Speaking of Kelly, we haven't seen. I thought one of my predictions was that we were going to see more of her. They were going to resolve it, but I guess not.
Yeah, seems like it's donezo.
All right. Oh well, good riddance. Speaking of good riddance, Brittany kind of she's having struggles. We saw last episode that she was struggling with removing the tattoo that represented John's band. And which I was, I couldn't believe that she was having, this much of a stressor on releasing. Again, we discussed, she didn't give herself much time to grieve that relationship, but we do see that she's kind of questioning a lot of things going on in her life right now, and especially working with Uncommon James. What did you think about that scene, Amir, when she was basically saying that she might want to be leaving? She was questioning. She didn't really have a lot to do with the opening in Chicago, and that gave her some type of feeling. She felt kind of distant. How did you feel? What did you think?
Definitely. When me and Jane were talking off camera, we talked about how important that scene was, because a lot of times we compare despair. So she was comparing herself oh, Kristin, you're only 2 years older than me and you have everything. And it's like, Kristin's like, I have my own struggle. Stop doing
comparing.
that.
Stop
I hired
comparing.
you for a reason. Yes. Stop comparing.
So
and I hired you for a reason. You have skills.
Amir, you're exactly right. She was comparing herself, and it's hard.
Oh, okay.
It was so hard. It's hard between other people to not compare yourself to someone who's your age or a little younger or slightly older who is who seemingly to do so much better. And I agree with you. Like, Brittany completely broke down. She was vulnerable on how she was feeling, but also she's down on herself and like confused on her life. And she was taking the fact that, I mean, she's been working with Kristin for like however long, and now it's coming out that she feels like she is less than. It's there's a lot going on, and when you're in that moment of like loss or confusion, do not compare yourself to anybody, because Kristin has had a completely different lifestyle, luck style, like it's completely different. And that's what she was doing right there. And it just kind of makes people feel way worse. So I agree with you. That's what she was doing in that moment, is completely comparing. And like, it's hard not to do, but like, just don't do it. And she fucking dove in and was like in a comparison pile of ocean.
It's like doomed for her to compare herself to someone. It's doomed for her to compare herself to someone who has been in the public eye since she was 16. Like, she's way more famous, obviously. She's able to build a business from that. And also, for me in this scene, what bothered me about it was that like Brittany came to her to have this discussion in sort of a business setting. And it's confusing because they're like friends. And so she's trying to open up to her about how she's feeling, but at the same time, like if you're going to your boss about these feelings, like then she's gonna want some sort of an idea of like where you want to go next. And so like if you like, I have worked in corporate, and anytime you bring a problem, you have to bring a solution, or like and so she was like, my problem is that I'm comparing myself to you, and I don't know where to go, and I don't know what I want to do, and maybe I've outgrown this. And then Kristin's like, okay, so let me know what you want to do about it, like looking for a solution. And she's like, I just don't know. And it's like, then don't walk in the door yet. You're not ready.
Don't go to your boss
yet. And then it just like didn't end anywhere, and it's like, this is the finale, so it's like, is that the cliffhanger they're leaving us with? It's like, what's Brittany gonna do? It's like, well, it seems like she might end up getting fired.
It seems that way. Like, Jane, I think if she had gone to Kristin and gone, can I be in charge of the fine jewelry department that you're going to do like in the future? That would have been dope. Then Kristin's like, all right, you've outgrown this position. Like, why don't you take that over? And you can hire your own team.
I'm not loving like an administrative part, but like the creative seems sexy to me. You know, like just figure out what you want to do, period. And even if it's not like the end goal, because you don't know what the end goal is, like find what you like within the company, because Kristin's willing to put you wherever you want. But just and also be like, I don't know. It's like, well, you don't know about anything. You don't know about your mans. You don't know about the tattoo. You don't know about your job. Like, girl, go on a silent meditation retreat so that you have no idea that Corona exists, and figure out your life, and then come back.
She is so confused that she doesn't realize the platform she has and the opportunity she has with Kristin in particular. Like, I agree with you exactly. I was just talking to my friends about that. I'm like, you're complaining about something, but you're not having a solution. If you don't want to work in that department, say, how else can I help? She was like saying, like, I feel like there's so many things happening. Like, I don't know where I fit in. I don't know how this or that. It's like, if you feel like that and you have this platform, just think a little bit harder and say, how can I be useful in this new realm where I'm no longer, my position is no longer greatly needed. How do I fit in, and how can I be like purposeful? Like, how can I bring, like just ask, be like, I'm feeling a little insecure. I feel like my purpose is to be with your company. Tell me, how can I be more involved? Because I have loyalty to you and I love your company. I love what you're about. Like, just make yourself more vulnerable and open to what you have. Like, she's sitting on a gold mine. She has a fucking reality show. She's with Uncommon James. She's with freaking Kristin Cavallari, like, who is the bombest chick out of all those chicks. Like, come on. Like, do not.
No, you're absolutely right.
Relationships and like weird stuff. Take over.
Diamond, speaking of baddest chicks in the industry, we are the ESPN of TV Talk. You're here with AfterBuzz TV. Thanks for being here with us during Corona. We are bringing you everything you need. We're bringing you all the viral videos and we're giving you life. And we really appreciate it. Please go give us 5 stars in the Apple Podcast. Go comment. We love a good comment in our YouTube section, and we love you all.
Yeah. So even picking back up to where we were talking about, in fairness with Brittany, I do have to say that it is honorable and admirable the fact that she is taking a moment to step back and reflect on the things that she wants in life. I think for the most part, Brittany is kind of like, she's a go-getter. She likes to move fast. She falls in love fast. You know, she put all her hard work into Uncommon James, but at the end of the day, no one wants to feel like they're stuck at a job where they feel like there's no growth or movement for them. Or, you know, I think in the comparison realm, it's just more or less like Kristen is owning a business. So it's like, maybe she doesn't have to clock in 9 to 5. She's out her business, I'm sure, but it's like as an entrepreneur, you have a little bit more freedom. And so Brittany, you know, you're kind of like, okay, you come in, you're 9 to 5 and you're working for somebody else. You're working for someone else's dream, someone else's ideas. And so I think in that aspect, it's almost like, okay, well, like, what do I want in life? How do I feel? So I think it's a great idea for her to like take a step back. I think it's a great idea for anyone in any type of position to take a step back and really analyze where they're at in life. And I think this is like a perfect time for her to do so.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Do it, Brittany. So actually look at it. Analyze.
And I agree with you, Ebony. Sometimes people don't necessarily know what is the next step. And sometimes people are more vulnerable and verbal. And so they just want to communicate with their friends or say their boss is Kristin Cavallari. They just want to let them know like where they are in that moment, because they don't really have somebody to count on. And so they need just to speak and just to like vent and just to like somebody to hear them out. And I think she feels Kristin is that person. But I agree, the environment may not have been right. They were kind of in the office situation. Like it seemed very professional. And Brittany was going in with more of like a personal, like existential query that
well said.
You know what I mean? And so I agree. It's like, you know your audience. There's a time and a place, and also have people around you who support you. And I think Brittany kind of got herself she just got herself in a weird place. But I'm glad that she was vulnerable. I'm happy that she was able to express that. And it's good to always think, how can I better myself? And I think that she's in that place, but she doesn't quite know the answers. And you don't have to know the answers, but it was a weird time and like location to like bring it up. So maybe that's where we're feeling that like, you should have come with solutions. You should have kind of had some ideas, especially when you're coming to Kristin, who's an entrepreneur and who has this like empire. So I think she just came in at a weird time. And I think we're all adjusting to understand her a little bit, you know, but I think I'm happy that she was vulnerable. And I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell I'm doing from day in and day out. And it's good to talk about that. And I'm happy she did. But it's good to come with some solutions or some sort of like motivation to help in ways that you never expected, and just kind of put yourself out there in a way that you're purposeful, and maybe you find yourself through doing other tasks or job titles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, well, you guys, let's not miss the fact that the big announcement was made this episode, which was the engagement. I love the fact, I thought it was so funny that Scoot was like, I think I'm going to go visit my family this weekend. Peace out. See you later. And like, little did he know, Justin is legit planning this entire amazing proposal for him. What do you guys think about that? Like the planning of the engagement? Like, did he do a good job? Did you think he could have done it more, better? Did you like it?
I loved it. I think he did a great job. But I mean, I also feel like, is it me or has Scoot been self-quarantined from the beginning of this season? He's like always home. He's always spring cleaning the closet. So I was happy to see him get out, and I was hoping for like a public proposal. And then it was just in the house again. I was like,
I know, which is why
the house.
Yeah, I would have loved for it to be a little bit more creative, but for Scoot, it was perfect. He was like, yeah, I was in my living room. I didn't have to leave.
So he was really into it, and he was cute. He got so emotional, and his brother just gets hotter. So I just followed Aaron Rhodes, so I'm very excited.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Thanks, Jane.
What did you guys think about Scoot's ring? Because even though this happened last episode, I thought it was going to be a little bit more blingy instead of just a plain gold band. I don't know. What you guys think?
I thought it was going to be an Uncommon James product plug.
Well, that's what she said. She will design Justin's ring. She said that.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I mean, when you kind of act like somebody who is just wanting to be married, to have a stable home, and like that's your MO. I'm talking about Scoot. Then I really don't think that you are trying to have this big blingy ring. And I think that maybe, Justin knew that, and he just was like gonna give him what exactly he felt like he wanted, and he's not gonna make it a big deal. And so he kind of like played off his level of just wanting to be that person. I air quoted nothing, but like,
I'm Maria Menounos.
sorry, I just lost you guys. Did you hear any of that? Sorry.
Yeah, no, we heard you.
Yeah, I think it was a great engagement. Like, bottom line, I think it was great, even if it was in the home or in the Eiffel Tower, or in the woods, because it was
in the woods. A diamond. She's savage.
I'm projecting my own wishes of engagement. But, he was happy and he cried. And I think anything would have been fine. He just needed that commitment. He needed that traditional commitment, those words, that symbolism of a ring. Like, it didn't matter if it had jewels. It doesn't matter if he bought a house in Nashville. Like, he just wanted that commitment.
He just wants like that suburban life. But I wish they at least brought the Italian butcher with like a nice rack of lamb dancing around the kitchen.
Butcher.
I love the butcher.
Dead right now.
Jane.
Well,
I called her Hannah. She stressed me out.
No, oh my God, what a dark joke during the Corona time. But no, what surprised me about the engagement was, well, I guess it didn't, because I've been watching a lot of engagement videos recently because I've been sad, and and he was so shocked by the engagement. Like he didn't say yes for a while, and then Justin just like put the ring on Scoot, and then he was like, yes, like later, he was in shock for so long. Which I just found to be funny because like he's been wanting this for so long, and then he was so shocked he like couldn't get the yes out. Did you guys know?
I think he was gonna leave. I think not leave, but I think he was ready to give Justin an ultimatum, which is why he was so shocked. Oh, was it? Oh, yeah.
Like 2 episodes ago, I'm like, he's gonna give him the ultimatum where he may move out, and like Justin has to then really put in the fucking work. Sorry. And it didn't happen. Thank God.
A diamond doesn't cost more. I love it.
Oh my gosh. I was not breastfed. But you know what I mean. Like, I feel like he was.
What is happening?
But you guys. Okay. But I love the fact that Kristen and and Jay and everyone was able to like watch the engagement. I would hope for like my best friends that I would be able to like witness what like special moment that was. What did you guys think about like that? Like, would you be into like being in on a plan of like an engagement? Would you want to be there, or would you like be like not really care, just watch on Instagram?
Yes, I would want to be there. Yeah, go ahead, Jane.
Sorry, no, okay. This might be a little bit catty, but like, I feel like anytime I've ever seen that the friends are involved in the engagement, it's like a big party afterwards with like a lot of people. And this was like 3 extra people. I'm like, I feel like you need to go like all or nothing. But in times of Corona, I guess you could only have 10.
Well, they also live in a completely different state from their hometown. And honestly, I'm gonna say Justin probably didn't put a lot of effort into the engagement itself, you know, and which is fine because you can see people put a lot of effort into the engagement, the actual wedding, and then they're divorced 2 years later. Like,
Right.
so
right.
that's not telling of the duration of the relationship. But I think it was like for Justin, he felt a little crunched in time and he wanted to make it happen. And so he did it on the fly in order to appease and also keep the person he loves and also grow a little while also not having too many commitment issues. I think he did the best that he could. And with that, there wasn't enough of an audience or enough time to get an audience or, you know, planning.
But I mean, think
Yeah.
about it like this. Like, they already have such a small group of people and friends as is. I don't feel like we've seen Kristen's friends that you can count them on like two hands, which is wonderful. Like, you don't need a whole
Right.
lot of people to like make
Sure.
something special. I mean, I think Scoot really just cared about his brother being there. I'm sure he would have loved Mom to be there. And then it was like Kristen and Jay. Like, I think that was like enough. I don't think that they care to have enough. I mean, I think to make it special, it's almost like less is more, you know?
Totally.
Yeah,
and it's
but I
what
guess-
Scoot would want.
My point is, like, then just have the night to yourselves with the engagement, enjoy it, have a little sexy time, have like the greatest night of your life, and then the next day go to brunch or something, or like FaceTime
like just
that
them
and be
two,
done
like just them
with
two.
it, you know? Yeah, like just the two of them, or be in an
No, because
environment
then that
where
doesn't
you
mean
can be with
anything.
your
You don't
whole
have
family or
witnesses.
everybody.
You have to have witnesses, and I know Scoot.
No, that's
would
for a
want his
wedding, a
witnesses.
diamond. That's not for an engagement. An engagement doesn't require a witness.
No, but you
You need an
no,
alibi.
but listen, you would want if you really love somebody, you would want other people around so that the person you love shows to everybody screaming from the rooftop.
Got it.
That you know what I mean? Like,
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
Scoot like fell over and knocked over a plant. So I don't know. He got really overwhelmed. Because you know when you want something really bad and then you get it, you're like, that was it. Like, I think he was kind of like so overwhelmed by the process that it just like really got to him.
yeah.
So maybe it's better. There wasn't a
I've
big party,
ruined-
you know?
I've ruined so many things because I'm nervous or not paying attention. Yes.
Oh, a diamond. I'm sure you're great. But I have a question. Do you guys think they're going to be, are they married yet? Do we know? Like, or is this going to be like a 6-year engagement?
Good question. Right? 5 years to get engaged, 6-year engagement.
That's the prediction.
Well, now
A diamond's predictions are all lit.
Let's talk
That
about
was
predictions.
yours. That was a good one.
Let's
It's
talk
gonna
about
be a
predictions for
6-year
next
engagement.
season. A diamond, go. What's your prediction for next season?
Oh man, pick me next.
Okay, Jane.
Okay, I would love, I don't know if this is necessarily a prediction, but I would just love for there to be more drama, more fun in next season. So whatever that needs to be, I would love if, like, Jay starts spicing things up and like playing pranks on people, or they bring back the workers and they start having them throw some drama. Like, if there's a next season, I need things to get spicy and heated and fun and like, just make shit up. Like, I don't care. Just make it up. We need some hot storylines. I hope that's my prediction. I'm trying to manifest it now.
Okay, so Jane, I'm gonna piggyback on that a little bit. Like when Jay and Kristen were having their little conversation on the couch, and he's like, "I'm gonna produce it," or "I did produce it," and she's like, "No, you didn't." Like, I feel like that was a super honest moment, and I really think that Jay is gonna start stepping up more and kind of taking like not responsibility, but like ownership of pieces of what Kristen has been doing. And I think there might be some like fire around that or issue around that might spark him to do some things within Uncommon James or do something with his own company or like something in that realm, because he's now in the show. He's no longer doing football. He's like, I think, growing in this like reality TV aspect. And I think he's going to start to form his own thing, trying from her company. If like, it's going to be a weird, fiery like thing between the two of them, like him showing him, proving himself, like him making his own company, and her like dealing with that and feeling territorial or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, and they did say that he was looking into doing some hosting stuff. And I know in the past they've had some struggles, like you were kind of alluding to, of like butting heads over careers. So it'll be interesting because Kristin already does some hosting stuff, and then if he's doing hosting stuff, so but that will be fun, entertaining stuff because I love to see, you know, new storylines, killing it, and plus some drama that might come of it. Or I took that scene originally as just some playful energy of him being like, I did this, and her being like, no, you didn't. And I thought that was one of the more like fun, raw moments. Like, I think if they're just bringing more playful comedic energy in, that'll be fun. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just watching a long infomercial, which is kind of hard.
I predict that we're going to see more of the Hills girls. So like maybe Heidi and Audrina, seeing them kind of pull into the show a little bit more. I would love to see that. And I'm not sure how I feel about Kelly at this moment. I think maybe we can write her off. Yeah. I don't know. I think we're done with Kelly. I think Kelly. Now, I think she's now ruined her chances on getting back into the Cavallari circle.
Yeah, she's out. I think that my prediction is that Jay's gonna get like, because Chewy's been on the show a little bit, but I think Jay's gonna meet someone, whether he's producing or doing hosting gigs, and they're gonna become really tight, and then that guy's gonna come into the circle and maybe date like Beige or like somehow get in there. So he'll be part of the
that is
Cavallari.
a hot prediction. I love that so much. And
we need a little drama.
Standing season 4 if somebody
date who?
We need it.
Date who?
Beige, like you know her best friend Beige.
The one with the twins.
Oh, you think so? Yeah. Okay.
We need a hot
Adiamond
friend of Jay to come in and like stir stuff up, and then to do fun guy stuff and just like wreak havoc a little bit.
Yes.
I love all of our predictions. I think they were amazing and great. You guys, this has been like a crazy season. Thank you guys, like everyone who's been watching. We've gotten a few new panelists and we switched it up, but we always are here for you every single week. We've had the best time kind of, you know, hosting with all of you. Diamond, I mean, you can give us some final remarks and then tell us where we can find you on Instagram, and then we'll go around.
Yes, you know, you guys, not only do we love to comment, we love to watch all the shows we possibly can, and we do it for you guys. So like, share, subscribe, comment, give us your feedback because we're here for you. We love doing what we're doing. So please just like partake in the fun. If you want to find me, I'm on Instagram and Twitter at NotYourType, NOT_TYPE. Wait, NOT_YUR_TYPE. That's me.
There we go. Amir?
I mean, it was a really fun season. Obviously, Italy was so fun to watch. Massimo Dutti. We had a great time in Italy. It was so fun. And Kristen's outfit. A diamond. Too soon, girl. Too soon. Kristen's outfits have been killer all season, so I can't wait for season 4 of Fashion. It's gonna be fabulous. And you can find me at Amir Yass, YASS_ on Instagram. And then if you want a daily TikTok during this quarantine, follow me at Amir Yass, no underscore.
Perfect. Jane, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling good, baby. Feeling great. Quarantine can't get me down. This was a very fun season. Love Kristen's fashion. It's been fun to be here with you guys. I joined in like in the middle, and we've been having a good time. So yeah, I'm Jane Johnsen. You can find me at Instagram at Jane Johnsen, JOHNSEN_. Same for TikTok. And then Twitter, it's the same thing, but without the underscore because I got there earlier.
Y'all are on TikTok? Damn.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
baby, we're hitting up TikTok.
Gotta get on that at Diamond.
Another
But
app.
this has been such a fun time. I really appreciate everyone. I've had the best co-host. Thank you guys so much. My name is Ebone
Thank
Chatman.
you.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Ebone Chatman 12. And hopefully we'll be seeing you all next season.
Yes,
Yay,
yes.
Massimo tutti.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.